Ha ha! Ha ha! If you're here, it means you're probably trying to tackle a stressful home project you didn't realize 2 days ago you'd be doing. Or instead, you may have been redirected here from another one of my videos where we do plumbing in specific situations, like plumbing an RV shower with Cpvc, for example. Let's cover the basics in this beginner tutorial of how to run and glue, or weld, plastic pipe. After this, you'll be feeling confident in your plumbing. That is until your first leak because you forgot to glue it. Later in this video too, we'll cover how you can plumb Cpvc with hardly even using a measuring tape. And don't worry, your pipe will still look professionally straight too. Okay, first, Cpvc. This comes in different sizes like 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch, and even some more higher than that. In this video, we'll be working with 1/2 inch Cpvc, while I work on the plumbing in that RV shower I mentioned before. The principles here apply to wider forms of Cpvc as well. So first, how do you glue Cpvc? You're going to have a pipe length and a Cpvc fitting when you start to glue. The glue I've always used is Odie brand, the yellow, no primer needed glue. First, put Cpvc glue at least a 1/2 inch back from the edge of the Cpvc, running the dauber from the can around it at least 2 times. Make sure the glue is on every side of that pipe. Next, put the dauber inside the part of the fitting that is going to be cemented into there. That's the hub. A quick once go around gets enough glue on it. Next, marry the two together with a little bit of force. And if able, I always try to turn it a hair once it's in just to make sure the glue moves around inside and gets everywhere. It's good practice to keep pressure on the pipe and fitting at least a few seconds because sometimes the pipe can want to slip out due to the glue acting as a lubricant. Within a few seconds of pressure though, it'll dry enough so that won't occur. To keep your plumbing look clean, use a paper towel and wipe the excess glue from the fitting. If you are barbaric, like myself, then just use your finger. By the end of the day of doing this, your hands will be so yellow that you'll think you're one of the Simpsons. Now that you got the gluing down, let's note some tricks about how to actually run the pipe. There simply will be some situations where you need to measure how long the pipe will be with a measuring tape. But most of the time, this won't be necessary. With fairly good eyeballing, you can still get professionally straight-looking pipe. I worked specifically in plumbing for several years and did this all the time with great results. Plus, it saves a lot of time versus pulling out the old measuring tape. So let's take a look at this situation. You need to cut a pipe that is short from this fitting to this fitting. It needs to be pretty precise too because the pipe going into the floor has hardly any flexibility. So you set up the 2 pipes where you need them to sit using your hands or perhaps temporary tape to hold them in place. Bring a stick of the Cpvc pipe up to the spot where you're trying to fill and butt it up to the inside part of the fitting of one of them. Then eyeball how long the pipe would need to be in order to touch the other Cpvc pipe that is already glued in. Using the lettering on the pipe as little mental landmarks, you put your thumb on the length of that pipe that would make it to this point. Without shifting your thumb from the designated spot, grab your Cpvc cutters, line them up, touching the tip of your thumb, and then cut the pipe. This is a skill that you'll get much more proficient at with practice. Now with PVC, it's a little bit different. There can be tricky situations like with connecting horizontal pipes with vertical pipes and then including a P-trap in the middle. Not only do they need to connect, but the horizontal pipe needs to be leveled a specific pitch as well. Don't give up though. We'll see how to get past this common situation shortly. In the meantime though, show your support by liking this video and subscribing. Almost even more than that though, I really love it when people leave comments. You have no idea how good a day you make for me with a great comment, so I'll thank you ahead of time for that. And if you leave a nasty comment, well, ahead of time, I just want to personally say I hope you screw up all your plumbing. I guess that's fair, right? So with PVC, I do generally use a measuring tape because it's hard to just hold up PVC that's thicker than 1 inch and do the same method like we did with the Cpvc. Common to RVs and homes are PVC at 1.5 inch thickness or 2 inch. There's also 3 inch and more. For this demonstration though, I'll be using 1.5 inch PVC as it's what I'm using under this RV, but the principles apply to all the other sizes as well. You're going to want to use primer and PVC glue for cementing PVC. There are way too many kinds of PVC glue I've seen out there. Typically, what you'll need is primer, that is clear or purple. The purple stuff is important for if an inspector is going to check off the plumbing. It lets them visibly see the primer on each fitting. And I'm guessing you don't have to worry about that. Always use the primer though, whether purple or clear, so that your fitting has the best bonding ability. Although normally I would use clear PVC glue, I had this blue glue left over. This is very strong stuff and will even cement the pipes under wet conditions. The green glue is specifically for putting ABS and PVC together, which on an RV project is a transition we'd eventually have to make. As you put your PVC together, since it's going to be draining many fun elements of your wonderful body, you want to make sure that you have it pitched downwards correctly. Not pitched enough and it won't drain. Pitched too hard, and the solid elements inside the pipe might get stuck because the water drained out of it too fast. You'll be using a level like this torpedo level here as your second-hand man for the process. The best pitch to use is called an 1/8 inch bubble. Look at where the bubble sits when I tilt this pipe. For those that don't know, the bubble in the level will go to the side of the level that is pointing more up. In this case, the bubble is on the left side, meaning that the pipe is pitched downwards to the right. The 1/8 inch bubble sits about right here, about an 1/8 inch past the line. It can be pitched a little stronger, like a 1/4 inch, or even a little less. But make the 1/8 inch your aim for the perfect pitch on each horizontal pipe. For vertical pipes, you simply want to make sure that they are level, with the bubble in the middle of the level lines on all sides of the pipe. Let's put this P-trap together underneath this shower for this RV. We have our Y fitting here and our 90, which indicates that it is a 90-degree fitting. Hold the two fittings in place at their proper length and pull out your measuring tape to measure from inside of the hub of the first fitting to the inside of the hub to the second fitting. It should be fairly obvious how far that pipe can slide in, so measure that full length of that pipe that would fit inside there. When you get your measurement, mark your pipe at that length. Now I prefer using a sawzall, but you can use other tools as well, including a hacksaw. I find it easiest to hold the pipe this way. Lay it on your right foot with the part you're cutting a little off to the right side. Put down your left knee on the pipe and hold it in place. With that pressure, it should feel comfortable and easy to cut the pipe. There are a lot of burrs on the end of the pipe that you cut, so make sure to rub them off before you start gluing. This can be quickly done by using your gloved palm. First, we'll use primer. Use the dauber in the can and rub the primer on each side of the pipe and fitting you'll be gluing by going around it a few times on each. You only have to put it on as deep as the hub of the fitting is. You don't have to really wait for a specified time before applying the glue. So jump right in, get messy. Glue only the parts that you will be putting together at that moment, making sure to run the dauber around a couple times so that you don't miss a spot. Don't put glue on any parts that you'll be putting together later. This stuff dries fast. After gluing the parts you're about to put together though, push with good pressure the pipe all the way onto the fitting. Leave it there with good holding pressure for a few seconds so that the glue starts to grab and hold the two together. Otherwise, the lubrication of the liquid glue might allow the pipe to try and slip out a little. Finally, make your fitting look cleaner by wiping the glue off and wiping it. Just to give you an idea of how running PVC pipe is, let's briefly see how I run piping to connect this P-trap on this RV shower project that is connected with this video. For instance, how do I know how much to cut this horizontal pipe so that it can meet with this vertical pipe? Mind you, those two pieces there are dry fitted in. They aren't actually glued, I just kind of stuck them in the fitting to get measurements. First, I need to glue my P-trap together using the methods that we already discussed. After it's ready, dry fit the P-trap to the vertical pipe. Using a measuring tape, we can then measure between the hub of the 90-degree fitting and the P-trap fitting. Now after you cut the pipe at the proper length, I then glue it to the 90-degree fitting. Now I know it may not look like it, but I'm actually dry fitting the P-trap onto that pipe. It's only primer on there, no glue. With the level on top of the pipe, I can now adjust the P-trap up or down until I get the correct 1/8 inch bubble that we will need. With that bubble in place, showing that our pipe is properly pitched going downwards to the left, we can now measure the distance between the hub of the drain fitting above and the hub of the P-trap. After cutting that exact measurement, I'm going to make sure that all the parts involved here have the needed primer on their ends, and then I'll glue the vertical piece into the P-trap. FYI, blowing on the fitting helps it to dry a little faster too. This part can be the most tricky as it requires you to trust what you've cut. It requires you to glue two separate joints and fit them together at the same time. Do not forget to glue anything and be speedy. We'll be gluing the joint where the P-trap connects to the horizontal pipe, as well as where the vertical pipe meets the shower drain. Although the pipes will flex for you a bit, you can see how some muscle is needed for this part. Don't forget to hold some pressure on those joints, keeping them in for a couple seconds. But after you clean it, you're going to have something you'll be proud of. You should wait at least 20 minutes before testing it with water so that the glue has time to dry. Congratulations! You've just graduated Cpvc and PVC 101. If you were diverted here from the RV shower video, click the correct link to now go to part 2 of that video. Otherwise, have a beer and check out our other construction and RV tutorials. Again, leave a comment, like and subscribe. Also go ahead and share this video with your significant other who you need to desperately fix your plumbing. You have my permission. Well, don't just stand there, do something. Alright, I'm out of here.